I don't know if I really want to do this, but I have to. Hi vlog, good morning. Today is Monday the 16th of September. I wanted to make this intro a bit more intro-ish, but I couldn't because I was really rushing out. I woke up a little bit late. So welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to be doing my 5-day workout split. So I'll show you guys what I do on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, because I go to the gym 5 times a week. I have gotten a couple of questions from people asking me like how I do it, my split and whatnot. So I was like, you know what, let me just film everything and put it into one video. And again, you have to remember that this is what works for me, right? What works for me might be different from what works for the other person. Like I've curated my program in such a way that it suits me and my goals for my body. So now if you want to maybe take inspiration from this video, you can do that, but also modify it in a way that is going to suit you and your goals. Because like I always say, I'm not like an expert or anything, like, and this is not about weight loss or about weight gain, it's just what I do in the gym. So I think I will probably do a lot of voiceovers for this video because I don't see the point like trying to talk and do it at the gym. I won't show like the number of sets I'm doing. Like I'll put on the screen that hey, yeah, I'm doing maybe 3 sets of 15 or 4 sets of 10, but I'm not going to actually show the 4 sets. Like I'm just going to show 1 set of each because I already feel like this video is going to be super long and I don't want to make it longer than it needs to be. So I'm at the gym right now and I will catch you guys later. I don't know if I really want to do this, but I have to. All right, bye.
So I typically start off my workouts with a core exercise, and the key word here is starts, because by the time you want to do this after your exercise, like after lifting weights and doing cardio, you'll be too tired. So the trick is always to start with a core exercise. Now I always use this machine. You can find this at most gyms. If you go to iFitness, I'm pretty sure they have a variation of this machine, and there are different exercises you can do on it. I just stick to the simple ones because I still do other types of core exercises, some of them standing, some of them on my back, and sometimes I use the machines, but this is how I typically start. So these are basically just a variation of leg raises. I do the 2 knee tucks and then raise my legs up. It's pretty easy, very effective. I usually do like 15 because my tolerance for this has increased over time because I do this like almost every other day. So if you're just starting and you don't know if you have a very good core strength, you can just start by doing maybe 8 to 10 or 6 to 8. This is another variation of the leg raises, I would say. I don't know if to call these leg raises per se, but okay, I would say these are knee tucks, right? I think this one is much more effective. Like you would feel this one in your core. I usually do feel this one in my core, and I'm not very used to doing this one, so I usually do maybe 10 to 12. Once I get used to it, then I'll start doing like up to 15. But I usually feel this one really, really deep. Like it legit hurts. And I think it requires more effort than the other one. Well, I wouldn't know because I don't do this one as often as the last one I just showed you. But yeah, same thing. Whichever one is more suitable for you, you can do it. Or you can just do the regular 2 knee tucks at the same time. You don't have to do one leg and then both legs. It's just up to you. The third core exercise I'm going to show you guys here is planks or planking. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this is. I'm not the best planker, I'm very honest with you. My plank could still use a ton of work. Here I just did about 30 to 45 seconds. I usually do about 55 seconds or maybe 1 minute, but I'm still learning to perfect my form for it. So the key basically is to just tighten your core and not, you know, raise your booty up like I'm doing here. Well, that's what it appears to look like because my ass is fat, excuse my French, but you get the drift. So this one will really work your core as well. I try to do this every single day, or if anything 4 times a week. Yeah, 4 times a week. So keep in mind that this is still leg day and I just started off my workouts or my day with core exercises. So the first leg exercise I'm going to do is called Goblet Squats, right? Now this is where you carry the dumbbell like a cup, like a goblet, right? And then you squat. So I do 12 to 15 reps of these depending on how heavy I'm carrying. So I usually train for endurance, but right now I'm switching my training to strength training, which is why I increased my weights from, I usually carry about 55 or 65-pound dumbbells. Today I'm carrying 70. So this is supposed to hit your quads. If you want to have, you know, strong looking legs, I'm pretty sure you guys can see the thumbnail and see how strong my legs look. If you want your legs or your leg muscles to show, this is what you need to be doing. It's really hard because when you're done you will see stars, but it is very, very effective. The next exercise I'm going to be showing you guys is called Sumo Squats. Now for this one, your form is really important and this is supposed to focus on your glutes. Now if you want to feel it in your glutes, you should widen your legs and also point out your toes and then squat as deeply as you can. Right now it looks like I'm not squatting too deep, but that's just because I'm tall. Taller people usually look different when we squat because we have long femurs and long legs and all of that. So be sure to make your squats as deep as possible, widen your legs, and then you will feel it in your glutes. If you don't widen your legs, then you most likely feel it in your thighs. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're trying to grow your thigh muscles or your leg muscles or your quads and all that. But I know that many people are very much focused on growing their glute muscles, especially the ladies. So you might want to just make sure your form is perfect if you want to do this. The third and final exercise I'm going to be doing today is called back extensions. Now this one is supposed to be focused on your hamstrings. Sometimes you can feel it in your glutes, but I say hamstrings because that's how and that's where I feel it. So I usually do this with a 25-pound weight plate or whatever you want to call it. And now the key is to round your back when you're doing this. You have to make sure that your back is rounded and then kind of squeeze your glutes or squeeze your bum so that way you actually feel it in your hamstrings, right? And don't go all the way up because then it's going to make your back to hurt. Again, your form is very key in every kind of weighted exercise that you're doing at the gym. And if you cannot carry weights or if you cannot use a dumbbell or a plate just yet, just focus on doing body weight exercises to perfect your form before you go ahead to, you know, start carrying weights. Finally, I always end my workouts with some kind of cardio, okay? Either I use the Stairmaster or I use the treadmill. This time I was using the treadmill and I used it at an 8-inch incline and I increased the belt to about 3.6 to 3.8. I usually increase it as I go. I don't like to run, so I just walk fast. And I also repeat this exact workout or this exact split on Fridays, right? So everything I do on Mondays, the same thing I do on Fridays because I train my legs 3 times a week. Wednesdays trainings are different, but Mondays and Fridays are the same thing, which is why you're only going to see Monday and Wednesday in this video. Hi guys, good morning. Today is Wednesday,
Man, and I tell you that I'm just not in the mood. Going to the gym is such a chore. Oh my god. I think what makes it annoying, maybe not annoying, but for the lack of a better word, what makes it annoying is the fact that if I don't go, then I'll feel like super angry, or I'll just be very guilty. Okay, so today what I'm going to do, I don't really feel like filming my actually I might film, but I was going to use old footage just to show like part of what I do on leg day. But if I don't feel like filming, what I'm going to do is I'll just film my walking lunges, and then I will include old footage, since the old footage already it's useful to the video. So that's my plan. After this I have school, obviously, but yeah, leg day today. We'll see how it goes. I'm so sleepy. See, I don't think I can ever get used to waking up early. Waking up by 6 a.m. is so hard. Probably have to go to bed at like 9. Oof. All right. Bye. So before you start any kind of exercise, make sure that you stretch. I didn't get the chance to say that in the first couple of clips, but always make sure that you stretch. You're not getting old, because people say, oh, when you get to 30, your back starts to hurt you, your waist starts to hurt. No, you're just not stretching. Okay, stretching helps you to open up your body, helps you to be more flexible, helps you to be less stiff, helps you to also build your core strength, helps you to carry the weights properly. Okay, so very, very, very important. Super important. Now we're going to go into barbell squats, right? I only did about 6 reps of these, and I do 6 reps 3 times, right? The reason I did 6 and not 10 is because I just recently increased my weights. Now I'm carrying 90 pounds on my shoulder or my back. I'm squatting 90 pounds in as much as I'm using the Smith machine. I'm too scared to not use the Smith machine because I don't want to break something on my body. But yeah, now you can see those stoppers on the Smith machine, right? That's helping me to make sure that I go as deep as possible with my squats. Now the depth of your squats is what matters a lot. Your form is super, super important. And you can see me struggling a bit with this. With time, I'll be able to do up to 10 reps. But for now, I'm just going to keep it at 6 because this is like super, super difficult for me. So yeah. The next exercise I'm doing is called Romanian deadlifts, also known as RDLs. Now I'm going to show you this from 3 angles because when I filmed this video, I was trying to get the best one. So I just compiled everything to show you all the angles. Now the key to doing this is to put your legs together as closely as possible. And you can do this with 2 dumbbells. I just prefer doing this with the Smith machine and doing this with a barbell. Today I also increased my weight, so I'm doing 90 pounds as well. Same thing with what I did for the barbell squats. Now you usually feel this in your hamstrings. There are different forms to doing it, right? There's a form to doing it if you want to feel it in your glutes, but I love training my hamstrings, so I'm doing this in the way that I will feel it in my hamstrings. Now the key is to hinge at your hips. You're not pulling it with your hands, okay? If you're pulling with your hands, then that's not a leg workout. So hinge at your hips. It's like going down and coming back up. You kind of squeeze a little bit, if you will. So that's the key to getting this right. I did about 8 reps of these. The only reason why this is kind of elongated is because I'm showing you different angles. But yeah, same thing, increase my weight, so I had to do 8 reps. The next exercise I'm going to be doing is called hip thrusts. So hip thrusts are relatively easy for me. Right here, I was lifting light compared to what I'm lifting right now because this video was filmed about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Now, the key to doing this is just to put the bar on your
should I say, your crotch area, I always use a pad so that it doesn't hurt me or make me, you know, feel any kind of pain. And what you just need to do is move down and move back up. Now you can see that my shoulder blades are on the gym equipment that I'm resting my back on. Now your back is not supposed to be on it, it's supposed to be your shoulders on it, so take note of that. And I usually do about 12 to 15 reps of these if I am lifting light. If I'm lifting heavy, then I will do 10 or I will do 8. I hope that makes sense. So these are pretty easy. I think anybody can do this. I'm lifting about, let me say, this should be at least 100 pounds. And when I'm done, I like to hold it for like 5 seconds before I now give up. So this will also have you seeing stars, but if you want to build your glute muscles, then please, by all means, do hip thrusts. The final exercise I'm doing is called walking lunges. Now this one is particularly very difficult, and this is why I actually dread Wednesdays, because it's so hard, but it is very, very effective. The reason you think my legs look sexy as hell is because of walking lunges. Okay, and do it when it's weighted. Now I'm carrying 35 pounds on each hand. I started off with 25, but as time progressed, I started, you know, lifting heavier. So you can always start light or just do the body weight exercises before you move to something heavy. Guys, that's all I have for you for this video. Remember to always clear your equipment, always clean the equipment that you use. Don't be disgusting. Don't leave your sweat on places. That's not fair to the gym people, okay? That's not fair to the other people who use the gym. So always make sure that you wipe after yourself so that people don't sit and marinate your sweat, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.